Well, we've got a whole lot of nonsense from Kathleen Kennedy recently. I covered this at the start of a previous video, but we do actually, supposedly, have an update on the Taika Waititi and Rian Johnson Star Wars movies, but just as a bit of perspective on how monumentally warped Kathleen Kennedy has become, so, you can basically not take anything she says with any air of legitimacy anymore. This was something she stated to IGN, basically, when asked about what they were going to be striving for in the new era of Star Wars that they announced at Star Wars Celebration. And this is what she said. It's as I said, I think quality is always everything. We want to tell resonating stories that really speak to what Star Wars is. I don't really want it, and none of us want it to become like everything else. We want it to be something that continues to live up to the expectation that fans have, and that's the most important to all of us. I mean, okay, I covered this at the start of a previous video, but I have to reiterate just how mental this really is. They're just deluded. They're living in fantasy land. It's absolute fantasy land. Quality is always everything, is it? Okay. But what about these resonating stories that really speak to what Star Wars is? We haven't had that for a while. A long time. Certainly nothing that Kathleen Kennedy's presided over. And to say this, we want it to be something that continues to live up to the expectation. What, are fans' expectation at rock bottom? They're at rock bottom now, but they weren't. There's nothing continuing to live up to any expectation. Anyway, I just thought we would reiterate how mental and deluded Lucasfilm have truly become, and how just desensitized to their own level of stupidity they've become. Because that's the important thing here. They truly don't think that they're doing anything wrong. Although, maybe you could say that they do, because, on YouTube they turn all the comments off of every video that they put up. There's a reason for that. But anyway, what's the latest on Taika Waititi's and Rian Johnson's movie? Well, Rian Johnson, I did a video not too long ago. I'll leave it linked above, where it was essentially all but confirmed he was done. Not coming back to Star Wars. Well, this seems to confirm that as well. This is something which we've long known. But also, again, Kathleen Kennedy's comments about Taika Waititi and the script that he's working on for this Star Wars movie. Ugh, interesting. Really not confidence inspiring at all. So let's check this out. Hit subscribe if you're new here, by the way, guys. But anyway, at Star Wars Celebration on Friday, Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy announced plans for 3 new movies set in a galaxy far, far away. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that, guys. If you didn't know, Rey's coming back. Space Jesus is coming back. Yeah. There is apparently an image floating around of pregnant Rey. That's Photoshop. They've not even written the script yet. So, just want to throw that out there. Like, apparently that's all Photoshop and it's not legit. Who knows? It's not, I wouldn't put it past them, FYI, because they're bringing Rey back, so that's super dumb anyway. And I wouldn't put it past them, but, that script isn't even written yet. But anyway, according to Kathleen Kennedy, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, James Mangold, will tell a story set 25,000 years in the past that follows the emergence of the First Jedi. Dave Filoni will be directing a culmination of Disney Plus stories. It's a crossover event. It's their Avengers, I guess. And then Daisy Ridley will be coming back as Rey for a movie set 15 years after the events of The Rise of Skywalker from Charmin Obaid-Chinoy, who is a renowned activist. But then there's still the other movies. So many fans have, of course, wondered whether these projects will even come to fruition, which is the hilarious thing. If you go to their Twitter, you go to their YouTube page, all of the comments, especially all over Twitter, are just, well, that's bad news, but we're probably not going to see it anyway, because half of these movies that you keep announcing don't get made, which has just become a meme at this point. But anyway, Kathleen Kennedy spoke to Variety, and she was asked where things stood with Thor Ragnarok director Taika Waititi's long-rumoured Star Wars movie. This is not confidence-inspiring. Taika is still working away. He's writing the script himself. He doesn't really want to bring others into that process, and I don't blame him. He has a very, very unique voice, So we want to protect that, and that's what he's doing. But we're going to make that one day. Right, few things to break down here. One, he's writing the script himself. Like, Taika Waititi is one of these individuals that I have liked Taika Waititi's stuff before. I have. But goodness me, he's become the meme of South Park, where, you know, they go to San Francisco and they sniff their own farts, right? They're so smug. Taika Waititi's drunk his own Kool-Aid, and he's become a meme of himself. It's almost a parody of what you expect a Taika Waititi movie to be, right? You know, he was good one day at one point when he was restrained a little bit, and his thoughts and his unique voice was streamlined. So I don't really like the fact that they're like, oh yeah, he's writing it by himself and who, you know, whatever. We'll just leave it by himself. That's not good, because Taika Waititi's sensibilities don't realistically align massively with a Star Wars project. It just doesn't. But then there's the other bit where they're like, yeah, well, we want to protect that voice. It's like, okay, so you're not even going to, what? You're just letting him do his own thing? Really? You think he's that good? Like the god of Star Wars now? Not good. Not confidence inspiring at all. But again, that doesn't sound like that's going to massively get made anytime soon either. So that could just be done. Honestly, we're going to make that one day. What do you mean one day? You've got nothing? You've got no remote idea? You couldn't even give? Yeah, well, we might start going into production, you know, in like 5 years' time. You can't even do that. Really? Ridiculous. So I would not be surprised if this just falls apart. I wouldn't. But then Kathleen Kennedy was also about Rian Johnson. And this is where it gets very funny. Rian and I talk all the time. He is unbelievably busy. So we're not actively involved in anything at the moment, because he's doing another one of the Glass Onion movies and then God knows what else. But he really wants to step back into this space. It's a big commitment of time, so that's really on him. So what have we been saying here for quite a while? That all Kathleen Kennedy does is announce these projects and then silence. And she does the silence because she wants it just to slowly phase out when these movies don't get made. And that's what she did with Rian Johnson's trilogy. Remember, it was a massive hoo-ha that he was coming back and, oh yeah, he's a legend, we want him back, blah, blah, blah. And then just radio silence. Because you slowly phased it out. And now, the official word is, well, we're not actively involved in anything, actually. Last we heard, you were actively involved. Absolutely comical as hell. So no, I thought you'd find this funny. Bearing in mind, like I said, half this stuff won't get made. Of course it won't get made. This is just Lucasfilm's, MO at this point in time. But let me know what you think of this down below. It's incredibly comical. But thanks so much, ladies and gents. Take care.